Today's video is going to be all about using 3 different types of materials in one mixed media piece. So we've got our Caran d'Ache here, which are amazing. Our Derwent Graphitint pencils. We also have some just regular graphite and some watercolor that we're going to be using. So we're going to be using all 3 of these materials to make a piece. So let's get started. So I've been playing around with this idea of including graphite into the work and making it a little bit more sketchy. So we're going to start off with this pretty hard or soft pencil, the 8B. And these are from a company called Niltec. They were sent to me. This is not a sponsored video, but they did send them to me. And, you know, you can never have too many pencils. I don't use a lot of graphite, though. I've been a little laxing in my graphite. So I'm just going to draw some marks here real quick. This is the 6B. That feels softer than the other one. That's weird. I just want to get some marks down, and then we're going to come back in with the eraser and make some marks. So I'm being very sketchy about this. A lot of it's going to get covered up, but we just want to start here with some marks, maybe coming down this way. Let's come in with a little bit of a harder pencil. This is the HB. I don't usually use much past the, I don't go into the H's very often. Okay, let's start there. Let's get out our eraser. You can use whatever eraser you have, but I really liked how you can erase a little bit on the paper and make these sort of fun marks. Like I want a lot more over here though, I think. We are working on a smooth water or hot pressed paper today as well. This is the 4B. Let's see what that does. I really want some bold marks through here. And then we're going to come back in. I think you guys know that I love the idea of taking things away and adding things in. So I'm just kind of trying to create a little bit of a sketch here, but then also definitely going to want to take it away and make these almost like, really want to, we're kind of building it up like we would a watercolor, maybe in a little bit of a same idea. I'm having a hard time talking and working today. Just kind of moving in these directions. I hope you guys are all staying cool. I don't know if it's hot where you're at, but we are in a heat warning this week. Temperature heat indexes into the 110s. So I am inside in the cool making art, and I went out to the grocery store this morning and it was hot. It was hot, hot. Okay. You can see how we're really using the marks to create movement. I want a little bit more of that. I keep erasing it, but I kind of want a little bit more of this. Really trying to get a pretty good sketch. I'm not usually a sketcher per se when I paint, so this is a little bit of a new direction for me. I know that there had been some people asking why I don't put plants in my work, like trees or things like that. This is about as close as we're gonna get. Ooh, I like these marks. Using the side of the pencil like that is fun. But yeah, this is about as close as we're gonna get to me drawing. I like to draw. I just don't like to draw and paint Does that make sense? I like to draw other things. I don't really want to cover all this space, but I kind of want, I don't think I need more of a bolder mark through here. I'm really loving these sort of darker bits. Let's put a few more in. I think it can use a little bit more. I know I keep erasing things, but that's part of the process. The charcoal might activate, or I'm sorry, the graphite might activate a little bit when we put the watercolor down. That's something you need to be aware of. You could put a layer of gesso over the top, which we have done in the past. I think for this one, I'm not going to do that. I'm trying to get these marks right, and I'm just not having any luck. There we go. I kind of like this sort of marks that we got going through here. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there, and then we'll start with some watercolor. Okay, so we're going to start off with our little Poems About You watercolors in this indigo color because it's just amazing. I'm going to spritz the paper a little bit. Yeah, I'm not going to put any lines in today. Normally I put lines in, but I think I'll draw back in some lines with our palette or knife a little bit rather than doing wax resist. I think there's a lot going on already. So when you do this, make sure you're gentle with it because you don't want it to get too crazy. I want to bring a little bit of this down through here. Okay, we got a little bit of sepia here in our tea consistency. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out the video from a couple of days ago. I'll leave a link above for you guys to check that out. We talked about how to use different ideas of thicknesses of paint. Thicknesses? I don't think that's the right word. I've really been liking this English red. Oh God, that's way too much. Really like this one, but it needs a little bit of toning down every now and then. I don't want it to get too... Trying to really build these layers up pretty subtly. I want something along that range. So I kind of want this one to come down through here a little bit. And leave some marks. You can see that it's kind of covering up here a little bit, but we can go back in and definitely add some more color. Okay, I'm going to put down some more blue up here in the sky. Something a little bolder. And we're going to let all of this dry. And then we'll come back. So let's let this dry. Okay, I mixed up a little bit of the yellow ochre, the sepia, and a little bit of this cadmium light to make this kind of greenish brown olive green color. Getting a little thicker here, probably in our milk consistency. So I'm going to add more saturated colors. I think I want this to come through here. Maybe up here a little bit. Just kind of filling in the sky. I don't want too much over here, I don't think. Let's see. I'm gonna put some, just do some scratching in here with the palette knife. Really want these colors to blend together a little bit. I think I want, let's see. I don't like that shape so much. Let's bring a little bit of it through here, just a little bit. Kind of making our way down the page a little bit. adding in a bit more of this ochre in to give us a little bit of a different shade of almost like a golden hue here. I think it needs some, let's add what happens if we add a little bit of this English red into that mix. That's going to give us maybe a little bit of an orange color. I kind of just want to bring, I'm going to spray some water here because I want these colors to really come together, like right through here. In a lighter wash though. I'm going to take away some of those harsh lines. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to come through here just another time just to give a little bit more color in here. And I kind of want to bring down, let me get a little water here. I'm going to bring this color, actually let's mix up a little bit of that with some sepia. Get more of a, I like the red tones, but I think I want it to be a little bit more sort of muted tone going through here. Okay, let's bring in a little bit of this color over here. Really light wash. I want some of that blue showing through. And I think we need a little bit of that blue down here at the bottom. Just to kind of give it some unity with that gray. Let's bring it up a little bit. I have to say that learning about the consistency of the paint has really changed the way that I work. I feel like things have gotten a little bit more settled. They're not so chaotic, and it's not all one layer, so that's really what I'm loving about how things are blending together. Okay, so I've got 4 graphy tints here. I've got the Cocoa, the Storm, the Cloud Gray, and the Aubergine, which is sort of a purpley color. Let's start off with, I'm going to start off with a Storm color. I'm not quite sure what that's going to do, but I kind of wanted to bring some of these lines back through here. Now the graphy tints are water soluble. This is just going to add a little bit of a purpley kind of tint. Let's see if I can get a piece of paper out of here so you can see what color this is. That's the color of the Storm. Get them a little wet. They make somewhat bolder marks. This is the dark indigo, which is pretty nice. Let's put some of that through here, just to kind of add a little bit up here in this area. Since we didn't put any wax resist marks down, we can add some color up here. I don't really have a really dark blue Caran d'Ache, so I thought this might be a nice combination. I do like that green though. The graphy tints are nice too because they get pretty sharp. This is called Ivy. Oh, bonk. Kind of a nice color. I thought it might be kind of nice to bring a little bit of this color through here. These layer really nice over the watercolor. Let's bring in some of this chestnut or cocoa. I've got 2 that are very similar. I'll pick these up. They're kind of in the way. On the way of my mark making. I'll building up these just little calm layers through here, kind of changing the color underneath a little bit. But I like that we can add these little brushes of color and make them a little bit more dramatic when we want. Like, I like that. I might put a little bit of green in there as well. Maybe some green over here. And like I said, these are water soluble, so if we wanted to, we could come in with a light, stiffer brush and make some marks with it as well. They do play well with watercolor. Okay. Can also use it with our strainer technique here, purpley. Just the same technique that we would use with the tinted charcoal. Which is fun. I'm gonna put a few of these marks in here. I kind of like this color a lot. Let's give it a little spritz. And we'll let that dry and we'll come back. I'm thinking I want to put a little bit of this aubergine color, and I did get this a little wet. That's probably too much. I'm feeling like that might be a little too much. Maybe not, I don't know. Let's blend it out and see what we get. Ooh, I kind of like that. Okay, let's come in with a little bit of the cool light gray. Some of these marks just through here. I'm going to come in with the Sahara yellow. Thought we could add. Let's put some through here. Just using the side, a little bit of the crayon. Make some more fun marks. I think I want more of this color up here though. I'm liking this as a highlight color. I've got a little bit of the Sahara yellow here on some deli paper. And I'm just gonna grab our palette knife. I really want to bring some of these yellow marks through here. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, they're not really showing up. Oh, they're kind of showing up. It's real subtle, which I guess is good. I just wanted some of that yellow color down here a little bit. Kind of mix it in with that gray. Maybe we need a... It's so light, it's hard to see. But we definitely need some darker down here. I gotta figure this out. Also, this is interesting. The graphite is kind of resisting the Caran d'Ache, and so you're getting some fun marks through here. I wasn't really intending on it being that dark. I mean, I kind of wanted it dark, but you can kind of see how it's resisting that crayon. Interesting. I love that. I love an unexpected mark. Okay, I'm going to come in with this English red. I think I want just like a solid, bold color. kind of just coming through here a little bit. I don't think we have enough boldness going on. I'm not sure that helped. Let's scratch back into it a little bit, give it a little flare. Okay, I'm not hating that. Maybe want it to be a little bit more. Let's brush it out a little bit. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna come in with a little bit of this umber. And just add some down here at the bottom. Although I like that color, I feel like it needed a little bit more something, like something coming through. It looked a little put on, like it didn't really blend in very well. But I think with this umber, it's gonna work out nicely. And I added a little bit over here too. It just needed something. I don't know. It sort of got bland on me. Didn't really have any pops of fun. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of the salmon color. Again, I just kind of want some vibrance, pops of color. Maybe a little bit down here. Scrape back away a little bit. Maybe just a little bit up here, because I like these colors together. This sort of salmon color and that English red are nice together. Okay, that's looking better. Okay, here it is with the matte. I'm pretty happy with this. I did cover up more of the graphite than I thought I was going to. But I don't hate it. I mean, I kind of like the layers that are in here. I knew that a lot of it was going to get covered up, so I wasn't that. Those beginning marks always get covered up. I do like the Graphitint with the watercolor. I love it up here in the sky. That little bit of purple is nice. I also like the combination of adding in, sorry, I'm just gonna scrape a little bit here. Adding in the Caran d'Ache as well. I think these three materials work really well together. I'm very intrigued by this section over here where we added in the Caran d'Ache. And those are the Neocolor IIs. And then put the graphite over it, the pencil over it. It seemed to resist it a little bit, which is it's very interesting to me. Love the little aubergine marks. I think that orange really helped make everything pop a little bit. It was getting a little flat. It's not really a distinct sky, the ground. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe I should continue that pink line across, but I think I'm gonna leave it for now. Go up a little bit. No, I like it better here. I got a little bit more sky up there, but I think right here is good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd like to try this again, I think, and maybe really try to preserve more of the marks, because I think there were some good marks that I covered up, and I got a little carried away, but that's okay. I mean, I think it worked out great. I'm encouraged by some of you posting your work into the community post. That's awesome. Sherry especially has been very good about that. But yeah, that's really fun. I like seeing what you guys are making. And if you're utilizing any of the things I'm showing here, or just to see your work. I want it to be a space for all of us, not just for me making videos for you. I really want you to have some input and some say. Okay? Thanks so much.